Two. Is there a party going on in here?
I didn't see the countdown.
Come on, jukin' now. Come on, it's the weekend now. Everybody get on the floor. We gon' party till we can't no more. Raise your cup now, take a sip now. Grab your partner by the hand and take a dip now. To the left 3 times, then right.
We gon' party a little bit now.
To the right 3 times, then stop, then stop. Jump to the back, now jump to the front, now turn around, y'all. Then stop, it's the weekend now. Just got paid now. It's the weekend now. Cooking now. How we cooking now?
Party people in the house. Come on now.
Come on now.
Party
Big mama looking good.
Yeah. Yo.
In them jeans.
Welcome to another episode, guys. And you down for another ride on the mothership known as Party People Network. I am yours truly, Mark Dean.
And I am Tigger Bounce, DJ T.
Yes. And we are the collective known as Party People, man. And you could have been anywhere in the world, but we're so glad that you made it here for another ride on this episode. And I tell you guys, we have a very special episode. Before we get into it, Tig, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm okay, man. Fresh off work, man. In the place with DJ Teddy Bear.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we about to get into it, man. You know what? Before we get into it, look, I want to give you guys, all the viewers out there, give yourselves a round of applause. Yes, indeed. Give yourselves a round of applause, man. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. Come on, clap for yourself, man. If nobody claps for you, clap for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's what it's all about, man. You know, look, again, guys, we want to thank you, all of our viewers out there, all the supporters, man. We appreciate the love and support, man. And we want you to like, follow, hit the thumbs up button. Let others know about this because we're also streaming live on Facebook, on Mark Dean. That's my Facebook page. So we are going live. So, hey, tell a friend to join in and come on and tell another friend. Let's spread the virus, man. We're going to spread the love. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm going to tell you again, I want to get all that out the way because we have a very special guest with us on this episode. And hey, Tig, I'm going to tell you, this brother's heavy brother, man. Okay. I mean, and you've seen him, man. He's no stranger now. He ain't new to this. You know what I'm saying? He's true to this now.
Okay.
And he's been doing his thing, man. And I tell you, man, we had a ball. We had a blast. We're going to get into it, though. We're going to talk about that as well, But, man, I want to say this gentleman is a maverick. He's a trailblazer. He wears many hats and has many talents. And, again, we definitely, it's a privilege and honor to have him on there. And he's going to be sharing some jewels with us on this episode. So I hope y'all strapped in because, man, we about to hit the cruise control with it. And I want to introduce to you, and hey, you might know him already, but I'm going to introduce you to the one, the only. Give it up for DJ Teddy Bear. Yes, indeed. DJ Teddy how's everything going in your neck of the woods, man?
Man, first before I get started,
Thank you.
major salute to you, Dean Dizzle, and the one and only DJ Tig. How y'all doing today?
All
Oh
right, all
man.
right.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
now
Hey.
DJ Teddy Bear,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can do this now and get it out the way now, or we can do it later. Party people!
Party people!
Yeah,
I tell you,
yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
it is an absolute
Yes.
honor to
Yes.
be on the Party People Network. I tell you, y'all are trailblazing out there in the streets with networking, your podcast, your marketing skills, your events. I mean, y'all on another level. It is an absolute honor to be on the Party People Network. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, brother. Salute to you, man. It's a privilege to have you on with us, man. You know, before we get into it, I just want to say that for guys, if you don't know, I need you guys to pay attention because there's going to be we have a lot of aspiring artists that views we have viewers that are aspiring artists. They're trying to figure out, okay, what's the first step, what's the first thing I need to do to get into this, and they see this, but this is the end result of understanding the process. But before we get into that, I want to let's go back let's go back. Let's
Yes,
start at the
yes,
beginning for you, DJ Teddy Bear.
yes.
What lit the spark, the origins? How did you get started? What made you say, you know what? Uh, I think I'm gonna be doing this. What lit the spark for DJ Teddy Bear?
I was actually born into a gospel group. And so I was
Okay.
the baby out of seven. And yeah, I mean, we did quartet gospel. We traveled with some of the greatest knew us, right out of Brunswick, Georgia.
Brunswick,
And
okay.
then I started out playing drums. I didn't go farther than drums because I was the youngest. And so everybody
Okay.
in my family was multi-talented. And so I started out with the drums, and then from there, I started carrying all the equipment. I think I started playing drums about probably about 6 or 7 years old, but they wouldn't let me onto the big stage, but just in a house. And then I think I got my
Mm,
break around 10 or 12, where I actually was able to play inside of church and stuff like that. And then from there I
mhm.
got into helping them out with the sound and the microphones and just the whole gambit of entertainment just took over me, where I just fell
Wow.
in love with it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. So basically, man, the roots, man, you was in a gospel, the church, or as they say, church.
Yes.
You know,
Shit.
um,
Yeah,
man.
oh, most definitely. I was in there from Sunday to Sunday, and I appreciate my mom and dad
Yeah.
for doing it. I mean, Sunday to
Right.
Sunday. That's back in the days when they had Terry service. They didn't have any
Mm.
praise teams. They had devotion service, and so
Ah,
that was the
yeah.
old school stuff. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
in there. Yeah, I'm in there. They, yeah. Once you're done, go outside, get something to eat, take a 2 hour
Yeah.
break, come back to church. And
Right.
so,
Right.
so that's
Right.
how I was raised. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
most of my early years, we was mostly in the van, traveling from city to city, state to
Okay.
state, doing different gospel concerts.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
as I got older, that's when hip hop really hit us. And that's when I
Mm-hmm.
started. I was still helping out with my mom and my pops and my brothers and sisters, but I
Right.
formed my own breakdance crew. And so
Okay.
I was going out to skating ring, battling people. Yeah. Oh my goodness, man, we
Yeah.
was getting it in. So
It's a
so
Okay.
we was
good
doing
thing you ain't
that.
run me. If you
Um,
had ran into me, you would have lost.
woo, boy, I would have loved it. Oh my goodness. I mean,
Yeah.
if you
Doing a little
watch
bit of
Beat
that, and
Street
you know what I'm
Racing,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
Stop, Man, oh my goodness.
Oh man.
I was living hip hop. I mean, I was like, I didn't do any bad like graffiti on the wall. I did my notepad. You know, I
Right.
did everything except I tried to do a little rapping, but I didn't
Okay.
do any of this stuff as for a career. It was
Right.
just something to
Okay.
do through school. And
Mm-hmm.
then from there I
Mm-hmm.
joined the military. And then I
Okay.
started doing stuff, for the country. And then inside of that, I saw that there was an Army Soldier show. And that
Mm.
was basically a big concert that soldiers would join and sign up with, and they'll go around and entertain other soldiers.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, for
Okay.
my
Yeah.
job, they wouldn't release me to do anything like that. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's
Mm-hmm.
when I started tapping back into my love of entertainment while I was in there. And then I started working on different events. I started working with some senators, congressmen,
Okay.
different things like that. When I was over
Yeah.
in Korea, the president came through there. And
Right.
so, I was dealing with, stuff like that. And so
Okay.
that's when I tuned back into the actual entertainment. And then later, before I got out, I became a DJ. And
Okay.
then
Okay.
from there, and then once I got out, I formed my own production company where I
Nice.
started amassing stages, lights, sound, red carpets, tables, chairs, and then I became an all-in-one event company. And then
Okay. Okay.
as I was going into that, so that is basically how I got up to the part before I became an artist. So
Mhm.
I took all the steps in different parts of entertainment to understand how to do what I'm doing now.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, I tell you, I want to first salute you on man the journey. And it's been very eventful, but also, man, you have trailed the, you've blazed a trail. And like you said, is you see the story, you see how you've gotten here where you are. And man, it's a
Yes.
testament to staying the course, and you definitely stayed the course.
Yes.
What is the name of the company? What's the name of the entertainment company that you have now?
Excellent, excellent sounds and productions. And I
Okay.
would normally have that on my DJ Teddy Bear, but since the Atlanta Hawks probably gonna make it to the playoffs this year without doing the
All right.
play-in for the first time
Man.
in 5 years,
Yeah,
I
you know
had to
what I'm saying?
represent. I had to
Hey,
represent.
you know
I
what?
had to represent. I had to keep
Yeah,
that in.
okay, okay. Now,
Yeah,
hey, being
yeah,
we in Atlanta, I'm in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So, you want to see the home team. Now, I grew up a Laker. I grew up a Laker,
right,
but
right.
it's so good, man, to see that. Okay, they ain't gonna fold before the playoffs. Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that, guys. I love, I want to go. Man, my little man right now. I'm gonna tell you, he be hitting me up. He's like, "Hey, we gonna go to the game? I want to see the Hawks." Well, in the back of my mind, I was like, I would like to see
Yes,
too if they make it, but I don't know if they. I didn't want to say that,
yeah.
but man,
I
it's
just want to
good,
get the
man.
playoffs. I just want to get the
Yeah,
playoffs.
it's
We were
good to see.
hopeful.
It's
We were
Yeah,
good to
always
see.
yeah. So
hopeful
the
because
name of
that's the
something. The
closest.
name.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Go ahead.
The name of the company is ESP, Excellent Sounds and Productions.
Gotcha.
But I have since formed another company, IT Production Solutions, that I'm going to eventually phase out ESP into that company.
Okay.
And what I'll be getting then is more into some of the IT aspects of production, where we actually are doing communication through LED walls and different things like that. So I have some
Okay.
more engineers that I'm bringing online, and we're gonna try to just expand this thing a little bit farther than it is.
Wow. Wow. Well,
Okay.
that's awesome. That's awesome. And that is definitely an area because, man, live entertainment is huge. Just sound that plays. That's sector of its own, you know.
Right.
And that's a very integral part of entertainment, knowing how to, hey, what you're hearing on the record, what you're hearing on your, you bring it to life, you know, you bring it to life.
Right. Right.
And um that's that's that speaks volumes about what you're doing.
Yeah,
Now
I've been. Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Yeah, no, you go
Yeah,
ahead.
I've
Go
been
ahead.
blessed to have I've been blessed to have or work with some of the premier audio engineers in the world.
Okay.
And actually, for some reason, they found favor in me where they want to work with me. And
That's
so,
awesome.
I mean, these guys fly over everywhere, from the lighting engineers to the audio engineers. To the LED wall technicians, and then another thing also is that we got to be ready for AI when it comes as it
Mm,
grows
hmm.
within the concert and entertainment industry, because
Right.
a lot of the artists are AI artists now, and so they're making videos of them singing, and
Hmm.
so we have to be ready to give the crowd or give the audience what they want of the AI artists doing whatever they're doing. And so,
Hmm.
you know, this market with technology is changing so fast on a daily basis, is that we really have to stay upon and on top of every small change and be ready for it.
Hmm. Um,
Yeah.
well, Teddy, man, and you said something that is very true. One constant, especially in the entertainment industry, is change. And now it used to be a time where you could look back and say, okay, well, you know, okay, now I see this is what's going on for this 2 to 3 year span. Now it's shifting and old. So this is what's happening now. But like you said, with the advent of technology and with new things coming up almost every nowadays now, literally, you know, you're looking at 60 to 90 days, you seeing certain things pop up or certain developments that's affecting the direction in which the industry is going, and is being led by technology, but understanding how to um, utilize the technology, and being prepared when that technology becomes available to be the conduit to, like you said, man, be active and be consistent, and even in many cases become more proficient in what you're already doing. Um, Talk about in terms of the process of preparing for that, how I want you to answer this question is, what was the most like, oh, aha, um, moment for you as you were getting and gathering, okay, I see this, so I think I want to get right here, this is going to be my sweet spot. What was the moment for you when you was like, okay, uh yeah, I'm in the zone, I can maneuver, and I can also position myself to start this and build on this and create this platform and create these opportunities. What was that moment for you?
Well, one of them was I was going like every New Year over here to the Georgia World and Congress Center, like a New Year's bash. It was mostly for
Mhm.
old school, because I love old school. I
Okay.
love singers. So I go
Right.
out and hang with
Oh yeah.
singers at
Oh
any
yeah.
time of the day.
Oh yeah.
And I saw the
Yeah.
way they set up the stage, the lights and sound, and that's when I
Mhm.
really decided to make my company. And I said,
Mhm.
well, man, I can do that. I got some of the knowledge, I got the people around me. And that
Mhm.
was that point where I said, well, I really like entertainment. I like to see people smiling. I like to do things at a high level, where people come in and have a wow moment. I like to
Mhm.
wow people. I like to
Okay.
get their senses up. I like for all their senses to be electrified. So if I'm doing an
Right.
event, I have the caterers. I try to get the very best caterers, the very best technicians to work. And that when you come in, not only you get the sense in your nostrils, you get the taste, you get the look of wow, what just happened in here.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
that was that moment when I saw that, and when I did my first couple events, and I just been running ever since. So
Wow.
I'm really in love with seeing people enjoy themselves because there's so many stresses in this world that a lot of
Mm.
times people don't
Yeah.
have the opportunity to decompress.
Yeah.
And
Say that.
so if they
Mm-hmm.
come to a show, they don't need to come to a show where the sound is sounding crazy or the
Mm.
stage is wobbly or somebody's
Mm-hmm.
complaining. They need to come in there and they spend their money to just come in there, relax and decompress. And when
Mm-hmm.
I see people
Mm-hmm.
relax their shoulders and then get excited and having fun, that's what motivates me every time.
Oh yeah. 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 Well, I definitely want to salute you for that because yeah, yeah, yeah. Having the end result where you have the crowd cheering like that, at a show that you are, you have constructed is the end goal. And like you said, it's entertainment. It's entertainment, guys. And so there's a
Right.
lot that goes on behind the scenes, but initially the purpose, and you um, just in you talking about what lit the spark, basically you also revealed with it and being successful at it, you got to know it's your purpose. Um, and
Right.
and in that you very straight up without no chaser, laid that out for those that don't know. Now you know you know what DJ Teddy Bear uh, is about, but there's a little more, behind
Yes.
what you was doing. And we kind of talked uh, off the show, off record, but you was talking about something that really is monumental in terms of also being of service to provide opportunities in this particular sector of the industry because again, you see the end result, but it's like, well, how did they get in that position, or how were they able to get some training or have access to that? And Teddy, you are right now involved in some programs and different things that will allow those that are out there watching or that's definitely interested. Well, man, how can I get involved? On that side, how can I get involved with the lighting, with the staging, with all of that? How can I do that? So,
Right.
Teddy, talk about that as well, man.
So our company ESP has joined forces with Raw Sound Entertainment, and what we're doing is we're offering training in show production for
Yes.
absolutely free.
Mhm.
When you come in, you're going to get like about $20,000 to $30,000 worth of training at no cost out of pocket. It's our way of giving
Wow.
back, providing opportunities for individuals to make money and provide for their families, or even students and college kids to make money to help them get to where they need to be at. This is not, at this point, is not funded by anybody. Everything is coming from us. We haven't set up a nonprofit yet or anything. So we started
Mhm.
about 2 weeks ago. And when you come in, you're going to get Class A training. I am an instructor writer. I write production plans. I write award shows. I write training material. That is part of my background as human resources. I have a lot of
Okay.
different backgrounds,
Got you.
and so when you come in, imagine that you're going to actually be at one of your major colleges. Right now, we don't have our curriculum written out, but we're going
Okay.
to make it out. But the most important thing that you're getting right now is hands on. And so
Hands
the advantage that you will have over all these other people that's going to these schools, and I know that you worked at one of the major schools over here, is that
on.
when you come in
Yeah.
here, you're gonna get hands on. We got truss
Mhm.
system in here. We got LED walls in here. We got
Mhm.
sound in here. So day
Got you.
one, we're gonna instruct you on everything from A to B to get you to the level where you can actually be a lighting engineer, A1 or L1. A person actually controls that board so you can start making more money. And
Mhm.
so far it's been good. So far, we got about 7 or 8 students. And
Okay.
the advantage of this too is that since you got Raw Sounds, you got ESP, so you already got 2 companies that you can work with when we have
Mhm.
gigs. That
Okay.
we also know about 7 to 8 other companies that
Mm.
we would then refer you to because they may call. I get calls all the time. Hey, I need somebody to help with the stage, or I need somebody to help with some lights. Okay, now I got a group of people that bam, I call you, make money. Since we started last week, already got about 3 different people jobs. Quick
Mm.
jobs to make money. Bam. And
Wow.
also, I got a
Wow.
background in armed and unarmed security, and so
Mm.
I got about 4 or 5 different security companies I can refer you to. And
Okay.
so what we're developing now is a grassroots network of professionals that we can use in our group to help everybody make money and achieve their goals.
Okay. Awesome. Again, uh,
Man.
I want to give you your props, man. Definitely. Give you your props. Um, what you're doing, and I just want to say, definitely, DJ there, what you're doing, man. Again, you said that you are offering um, the opportunity to learn free, free of charge.
Free. Free. We're not charging anything. We'll have some snacks here. We just ask that you get here, stay focused, take notes. We're doing videos as we go to share the
Hmm.
videos. We got room for a couple more people that really want to learn. Show production. And we're here and we take you from A to B. We're going to start you at the very, very lowest point, get you hands on, give you the concept, help you understand the theory, help you understand the reason why you're doing it. And so once you get to the level of being the actual engineer, you'll understand what it took to get there and the purpose of you doing it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we got room
Well,
for a couple more.
okay. All right. Well,
$30,000 worth of training. We just throwing it to you. You grab it, you hug it, you get it, you run with it. All we ask that you come in here and stay focused. We do our prayers before we start training. We do our
mm,
prayers at the end of training. We want to stay based and grounded in understanding where all our blessings come from.
oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right up there.
Awesome. Awesome, man. You know what, Teddy, that is um that is awesome. And so for everybody that's watching, and for those of you that have probably just come on, you are really hearing and coming across a opportunity, um, a real opportunity where you can step up for free. Now,
For free. For free.
our
We're not charging.
FEE,
Make FEE. And like I said, in the future, we're gonna form a nonprofit, and we're gonna try to keep everything free. But of course, you have to attend. It's free.
Mm-hmm.
20 to
Yeah.
30,000 dollars worth of training free for you. And then here's a kicker. With this training here, you don't have to worry about taking a math class or any prerequisites. You come in, you learn, we refer you out. In this industry here, yeah, you can have a certificate or a diploma from a school, but as me and you both know, once you get on that site, they going to know what's here. They don't care about what's on that wall. They want to know what's here.
Nah.
And they want you to execute. And
They
that's what
want
we
to
want to do.
know. Right. And that's the thing. Even though, and you said something with the technology, we know that that's what it is. But it's hands-on. And really that's what separates those that are really consistent, working and elevating it, because it's a craft. It is a craft. And the things that you
Yes.
are offering and teaching, man, is a craft that if they learn, you take the opportunity, and man, you dig deep, you can work for the rest of your life. You can work until
Yes.
you want to stop, and it's one of those
Right.
things that right now where education is going, and with that is where you know yeah, it's nothing wrong with getting, like you said, getting
Yeah,
a
I thought
degree. Yeah,
it's
all that.
good, but once you get on that website, they want to know. And as far as I know, I don't know
Hmm.
anybody else that's doing what we're doing. And we're
There
giving
you
back
go.
to the community.
Hmm.
I don't know anybody else because a lot of times, in different levels, gatekeepers. You
Hmm.
see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So I want
Very
to
true.
open the door, tear down that wall, and
Hmm.
allow people to have a fair opportunity. And that's what
Hmm.
I've been known for in my walk of life is being fair. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I believe everybody has an opportunity to either succeed or fail, but let that person have that opportunity. They
Hmm.
deserve it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And man, again, oh yeah, yeah. Good information. As they say, knowledge is power, and when you have the opportunity to gain knowledge, and like that, like we hear it all the time, and it sounds kind of cliche-ish when well, in the direction of where it comes from, but they say, you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. And what you're doing,
Yes.
you definitely implementing that. You're not just talking the talk, you're walking the walk. And in that, man. So I want to definitely salute you for creating those kind of opportunities. And in this
Thank you.
point in time, that's very essential, because in this industry now, it's considered a DIY indie. Everything is
Right.
considered on that tip. And if you're gonna step in and understand the mechanics of it, there are no rules, but there is a process. And in that, once you kind of understand, okay, this is the climate of what's going on, then I need to ready myself, and I need to make myself available to opportunities like this. So awesome. Now Teddy, not to digress, but I want to step it up, because man, that's not all you do. You shared some things with me, man, and we wanna definitely let the people know, because like I said, it's party people, but it's about the people too. But let them know.
Right.
You also have another hat. Yeah, you let me hear some songs, some things that's going down, and also,
Oh
man,
yeah.
you put a shoe on, if you will. You get out there and get on the flow. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. So that,
tell us about that, man. Tell us about what's going on that side with Teddy Bear.
so now we get into the fun side. This is the
Okay,
real fun side. Well, I'm able to really let my hair down. So
okay,
on the production side, I go by the name of Jay Stan.
okay,
Because that's production. But over
okay,
here, I'm also a performing artist. And so by that, I go by the name of DJ Teddy Bear. And
okay,
so it's the artist DJ Teddy Bear. I have some, I believe, and I think all artists do believe that they have some great music. So
okay.
great music, great shows. My very first song was Southern Soul Dance. So I didn't come from any other genre. I came directly into Southern Soul. I came in
Yes.
with 2 feet planted on ground. And
Okay,
so my very
okay,
first song was Southern Soul Dance. My musical choice of going into Southern Soul was through my two brothers, Gary and Wilbur, because they
okay,
love Southern Soul. And my brother Gary, he was a little bit more into country. And so that's why I kind of mixed the country with Southern Soul. And since I like hip hop, I added some hip hop. And so even though I'm on the Southern Soul, I think my sound is more like a total sound, but it still
hmm,
has a Southern Soul flavor, which I really love.
right,
The very first song I did, Southern Soul Dance, when I released it within 2 weeks, I was on stage as a brand new
okay,
artist.
okay,
Some promoters got it and they liked it, and they
hmm.
booked me within 2 weeks. My very
Oh,
first
wow.
song. I like
Okay,
I put it out
okay,
2 weeks. I got booked. It was
wow,
crazy, and
wow.
a crazy thing is they didn't know. When they booked me, it was from my hometown, but they didn't even
Mm.
know that was my hometown. It was just
Wow.
the
So you got booked
promoters, and
in
so they booked
Brunswick,
me on the
right?
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my hometown in Brunswick.
Wow.
Then it gets crazier. So the venue was directly across the street from my sister house. Directly. I mean, it's
Wow.
like maybe like the street, my sister house.
Yeah.
Street, my sister
Wow.
house. Directly in front of
Wow.
my sister house. The door
Man.
faces my sister house. And
Oh,
so
wow.
on that show, we had Romero, I think I'm pronouncing his name right. He's another amazing artist.
Yeah.
And I think he was signed to Keith Sweat. And they
Okay.
had Pokey Bear. And
Pokey. Okay.
so they want me to, yeah. So that was my very first show. And I got my whole team. By that time, I had to build a team. I had me a marketing team. I was working fast. Had a marketing
Yeah.
team. I had a media team travel with me. I already had me a tour DJ. Within 2 weeks,
Mm.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody was on point. Everybody was on point. I had a lighting guy to come and just run lights just for me. I had a show where sparks was coming out the floor. I mean,
Mm.
Ooh-wee.
that very first show, I just went all out. And
Okay.
then
Okay.
we since it was in my sister right across the street, I did an after party for my very first show. I put a
All
stage
right.
up in her yard. The advantage of having your own production company. I had a stage, lights, sound. And so when I came off the stage, performing on the same stage as Pokey Bear, I did my little Easter speech. Thank y'all, thank everybody. And then we left out I had enough people around me like Michael Jackson. It was crazy. So we
Wow.
left out, went down the stairs, went across the street. I walked up on stage and just turned up. By that
Yeah.
time, we had the people from there at the concert started trying to figure out how come everybody leaving. They came over to my block party. And so They
Yeah.
had to stop the concert. This I got people that they can vouch for this. They had to stop the
Mm.
concert because every 90% of people left our concert to come to my show. So out in the street at my block party, I had about 300 people out there, 300 to 400 people
Mm.
turned up. I'm on stage. I had a
Wow.
couple DJs there, and it got to the point where they called the police on us. So the promoter
Okay.
called the police on us to shut us down so they could get
Mm.
the people back in
Get the people back
to the
in
concert.
across the street.
True story.
Wow.
My
That's
very
wild.
first show.
Man, man.
Oh
Look,
man, I still think
That's
about that to this day. That was
yeah.
a crazy night.
Hey, what a way to kick it off. You know what I'm saying? That's what a way to kick it off, brother.
Wow.
Um,
And yeah, and I think back to that all the time, and that's part of my inspiration. Is my
mhm.
very first show. Oh, also I had my own personal photographer.
Mm,
I mean,
mm,
and so what I did was in order to create this so fast with so many great people that could function on such a high level, I used my military background
okay.
of coordinating, leading, supervising, managing, and planning. And
Hmm.
so by
Hmm.
saying that is, just a nugget, to the artist that you have to really slow down and figure out exactly what you want your end result to be. And then
Hmm.
from there, you have to plan to get there. And you have to
Right.
use resources, and you have to make sure you understand the limits of your money, the limits of your knowledge, and the limits of your resources, so you can make plans on how to get to where you need to be at. So
Hmm.
planning is key when you're an artist for every show that you do.
Yeah. Yeah. You heard that? Again, dude. Nuggets. And like they say back in the day, message. That is real, guys. That's real. That's real. That is real. And Teddy, you know, with that, um, you said something, and I want to just kind of piggyback off of what you said. Um, Planning. Like they're saying, if you fail to plan, you plan on failing. And with that, everything is so instant now, microwavable. And you said something that's key, and we also, elaborate on it, man. We've been doing what we done, like they say, you want to put hours on it or whatever. They say, well, you need 10,000 hours to be an expert and all that stuff. But, when you really know it's your driven purpose, God driven purpose, you know, time doesn't really, I mean, if people want to put that on it, but man, it's something that you could do literally. Hey, I could do this for free, but at this end of the day, like they say, money ain't everything, but it's right up there with oxygen. But at the same thing, it's what drives uh people to want to um continue on this journey, because it's not for the faint. And a lot of the things that you know uh Teddy Bear's been talking about speaks volumes. And we just want to, definitely um relay that to everyone that's watching, that are aspiring artists, that aspiring individuals want to get in the industry, to hey, um find that spark and plan. Now it might be some things that might happen and might be spontaneous, that you got to just jump and do it, but you got to plan. And that's what some of the great things that we've discussed. And definitely, man, some jewels, real jewels.